City of Indianapolis, Indiana, where we'll be bringing you today's action. Welcome, everyone. Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Coach Mike Fratello and David Aldridge on the sideline. Mike, the crowd is buzzing as we get ready to see Team USA going head-to-head with a team of NBA stars.
You can understand the excitement in this building. And it's easy to see why some of the best collegiate athletes in the nation on Team USA. Well, the NBA star squad is just stacked up with their top-tier talent.
Now, this game, Clark, only an exhibition contest. But the fans, my goodness, they seem pretty invested already.
And I can see why, Kevin. What a sight to behold. I mean, this might even be a once-in-a-lifetime assemblage of talent. That goes for both of these teams. I mean, you don't often get a chance to see this many big-name players on one court.
I am so glad you and I are here to see it. Out there for Team USA, we've got Steve Alford and Michael Jordan at the 1 and 2. Then Chris Mullin at the small forward. Wayman Tisdale at power forward. And down low, it's Sam Perkins. And out there for the NBA stars, Isaiah Thomas is running things at the point, with Jim Paxson and Mark Aguirre at the 2 and 3. And then it's teammates Larry Bird and Robert Parrish filling out the front court.
We know this game doesn't go on anybody's record, but you can tell these players aren't about to come out here and just make each other look good. I think that speaks to the quality of the players on these two squads. These are all true competitors.
Jordan down low. Guarded by Paxson.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
And here are the stars. Outside, Aguirre. Paxson passes to Bird. No good with the elbow jumper. Mike, it only makes this game more interesting to watch as a fan. Clark, the fact that both teams are playing for keeps is so interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this contest is going to be full of a lot of up and down basketball. If you blink, you're going to miss it. I'm expecting a lot of high-intensity, high-effort play for both sides to be pushing themselves to be at their best.
One guy we're going to keep a close eye on tonight, Mike, and this one is Michael Jordan out of North Carolina with a ton of promise.
And everyone wants to see how he measures up against real pros. No better time to get a sense of what he might be capable of in the NBA.
Parrish outside over Perkins. Here's Bird. Here's Bird finding the bucket already, proving his offensive value for the NBA star.
Willing to fight for those loose balls. Bird is a winner.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Now Team USA with it. They trail by 1. And plenty of storylines to cover, but our sideline reporter David Aldridge, as usual, is all over it. David.
Thanks very much. Now, everyone knows these are just exhibition games, but neither the Olympic team nor the NBA stars have any intention of taking it easy on one another. The tone seems to be surprisingly serious among these players. Guys, back to you.
Well, that's going to be interesting, David. Thank you. I don't know what to expect from tonight's game, Mike. It's going to be fascinating to watch.
To me, that comes as no surprise. No matter the consequences of the game, you always want to play your very best.
Against the best, correct? I mean, my goodness. Clark, there's so much to be excited about watching this unique matchup. But the biggest question is the most obvious one. And that's who's going to win this game.
Look, I don't want to be a guy that fudges on picks, but it could go either way, Kevin. I mean, Team USA has a lot of hungry and ambitious young talents, but don't expect the NBA stars just to show up and roll over. I think they also want to win this thing.
They got a lot of pride, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Rebounded by Perkins, something he's become very good at while at UNC. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul. And the Stars going with a whole new group out there now. Team USA also making some changes. Patrick Ewing's checked in for Perkins. And Turner's subbed in for Tisdale. Here's Whitman. Here's Reed. Here's McHale. Makes it off the glass.
You know, something that could give the NBA stars an edge are the little things. Oftentimes I say the Playing things are the main things, and you learn that as a pro. Little attention to detail type stuff, like playing a strong transition game or being able to read and anticipate where a play is going. That's stuff that pros do.
You might just see more high IQ plays coming from the NBA stars. They'll be a little more calculated with their approach, where Team USA might try to just get things done with sheer willpower and effort.
Swiped away. Fast break. It's the NBA star. And Ewing with the block.
One of the fiercest defenders in the game, Patrick Ewing. Outstanding.
The shot's good from Mullen.
This is what a floor general looks like. The vision and the pinpoint pass.
Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Boy, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
Poked away.
Both teams here are dealing with unfamiliar lineups, playing with guys they usually play against. It'll be interesting to see how they adapt to best fit that.
Well, Mike, to me, it simply looks like a glorified high-level playground game. I mean, you got to make adjustments on the fly, adapt to one another. For Team USA and the NBA stars, that's going to be the case. If something isn't working, the coach just has to be adaptable.
Persons checked in for Team USA. Here is Seasting, defended by Jordan. Here's Reed. And the Stars get it back.
A top 3 pick for a reason. McHale is a headache for opponents.
NBA Stars shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw missing. Woodson's checked in for the NBA Stars. And he's good on the second. Team USA leading by 5. Jordan deciding where to go with it.
Reaching foul. Herb Williams. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Jordan. To the paint. Down low. Turner. Good. And it's Jordan picking up the assist.
Well, I love the fact that they are looking to keep building onto this lead. They want to extend it, hoping to break the game open if they can.
It won't happen all at once, but little by little, they are executing and starting to open the lead.
Here is Seasting. Here's McHale. No good that time. Jordan with some nice D.
Something that's really making this game special is this crowd. I'm told it's over 60,000 people who packed in here to see Team USA take on the NBA Stars.
Here's Seasting. McHale trying to free himself up. It'll go, and the Team USA lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Seasting. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Team USA. Here's Jordan.
And you can't allow Michael Jordan to get inside position. Once you do, you pretty much have to foul.
Team USA has made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. So both teams making some changes here.
He can do so much damage from the line. The defense has to be more careful around him.
And stolen by Jordan. And Jordan sends it home.
He's got that ball on a string. Jordan using his smooth handles to get that bucket.
The NBA Stars trail by 9. 60,000 people. I mean, that's enormous. For a rare look, Clark, it's so many amazing players.
And Kevin, it's not surprising at all that many are salivating for this matchup. And I'm sure there are plenty of you folks at home who couldn't be here in person, but you're making just as much noise as these fans are in the building.
And now we can enjoy it together. Me, Mike Clark, and all of you. To the inside. And Patrick Ewing with the slam. Mike, we're pretty far into this game. How do you like what you've seen so far of Michael Jordan?
I gotta say, I'm impressed. He's playing against some of the country's best pros and making a real impact out there.
What a talent. To the middle. Here's Thomas. That's in there. Coming off the assist from Aguirre.
Nice vision by Aguirre, creating an easy scoring opportunity by finding the open man.
That bucket puts Jordan in double figures for scoring. Nicely done.
Fundamentally sound right there. Threw it down with 2 hands.
Yep, sweet dunk for him.
Beyond the aesthetics, a big 2 points.
Here's Aguirre, and the dunk by Aguirre.
Check out the agility from Aguirre inside, finding a path around the contact.
Team USA leading by 7. NBA stars try to stop him, but no. A great dunk by Jordan. So, Coach, with the start of this game behind us, right now, it's Team USA who's out on top.
I'm sure this has not been the start the NBA stars were expecting, but Team USA came out swinging, and right now they're in control.
Parrish dishes to Bird. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
That's a pretty good play by Bird, showing you some of that deceptive athleticism, getting around the contact and into a shot.
Ewing can't get it to go. Paxson outside, trying to get open his Bird. It'll go, and the Team USA lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Paxson.
Such a gifted offensive player. He can hurt you in a variety of ways. He's a headache for opposing defenses.
Here's Ewing. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And this is why you can't give Ewing deep positioning. Even with good defense, he still scores.
Aguirre passes to Bird, and there's another one for the Stars.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Team USA leading by 5.
You really can't overstate how many exciting rising stars there are on this Team USA roster. Dynamic college athletes, many of whom already have big NBA expectations attached to them.
Paxson outside. Here's Aguirre. Second shot opportunity, and it's Parrish missing.
That was tough to watch. He takes it all the way to the cup and just can't finish the job.
And Jordan slams it in.
How many other guys can do that? Michael Jordan, everybody. You can't top his showmanship.
Guys like Perkins and Jordan and Ewing all seem like, to me, Clark, potential first-round picks.
And I agree, Kevin, and it's a very interesting thought to consider while you watch how they handle these NBA stars. I mean, in some ways, this is like a first real taste of pro competition for these guys.
Like, I could see Ewing going #1 overall, and I could see Jordan, for instance, going in the top 3 or 4 picks.
I don't have any arguments there.
Here's Thomas. Rebound by Team USA.
The defense knows he likes the mid-range looks, so they made that as difficult for him as possible.
A big part of Team USA's strategy has to be making the NBA stars earn their looks. Nothing easy. If they give up quality shots, you know these pros are going to knock them down. So they've got to take away those easy, good looks.
Let's go to David Aldridge and see what he's picking up on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, I have found something that both teams' coaches agree on. They think that these games are the best possible way to prepare the Olympic team for international competition. The NBA stars are among, if not the best players in the world. So who better to challenge USA's skills and bring them closer together as a team? Back to you guys.
That's a good point. Thanks to the NBA. Clark, any thoughts on these coaches' assessments?
Well, Kevin, I fully agree with them. I mean, there's no way you can agree with them. Playing against the top talent is really the best way to develop your own game and grow as a player. You know the old saying, iron sharpens iron as one man sharpens another.
Oh, I love it, Clark. Catching up on the changes for the Stars. Whitman is checked in for Bird. Woodson comes in for Paxson. And it's Seasting in for Isaiah Thomas. Concax checked in for Team USA. Person comes in for Mullen. Passes it to Parrish. Here's Woodson. McHale on the wing. Plenty of space. The rebound by Jordan.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
To the left side wing. Here's Alford. Jordan on the wing. Pass to Koncak. Back to Jordan. The pass to Koncak. So it's Team USA on a run currently, getting the best of the NBA stars for the moment.
The defense that time totally outsmarted by Jordan with the pick and roll. Great way to create for another shooter.
Michael Jordan getting it done for Team USA. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back to the action in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone, for the second half of action in this exhibition game between Team USA and the NBA Stars. It has been a fun one so far. They've got Thomas. Aguirre is out there with Bird. Then there's Paxson. And it's Parrish in at the center position. So that's the group out there right now for the Stars.
What stood out to me after a full first half of play is the sense of competition out there on the floor. The NBA Stars aren't handling Team USA with kid gloves. They're giving their all.
And the shot goes in from Aguirre.
This is what Aguirre's out here to do. He looks to shoot and shoot often.
And with a decent amount of this game already gone, Michael Jordan has been, coach, just superb on offense.
Yeah, this NBA Star squad has not been able to shut him down. And he's outpacing Larry Bird in terms of scoring because of it.
Can you believe what you just said? Outpacing Larry Bird. Man, it's amazing.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. Tipped away and stolen by Jordan. Here's Alford. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
The defensive instincts of MJ kicking in. Terrific at sensing when to go for the steal.
And Clark with Team USA, they don't seem to be holding anything back.
Without question, if these young guys are intimidated by playing against pros, they're not showing any signs of that. And, you know, it's not so easy to have to go up against the guys you're accustomed to looking up to, Kevin. That takes a lot of confidence.
A lot of guts, you're right. So, Coach Fratello, as we get the second half going here, it's Team USA holding on to the lead.
The problem is that might only further motivate the NBA Stars. Being down to amateur players at this point in the game will really fire up their competitive spirit.
That's going to be fun to watch. And that one, good. Paxson's got 6 points.
Well, you pay so much attention to Bird, that opens things up for others.
Jordan against Paxson. And he jams it with authority.
I tell you, his vision has been outstanding in this one. Finding many opportunities to create for his team.
This is how you run an offense, moving the ball and rewarding ready shooters.
Here's Paxson. Team USA grabs the miss. Perkins got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 1 half gone, Coach, and you have to admit Jordan has looked good matched up against some of these NBA stars.
Oh, absolutely. He's attacking when he wants and finding himself shots, showing no fear against some talented NBA defenders.
Thomas passes to Aguirre. Back to Thomas. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebound by Team USA. Perkins got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. Here's Tisdale. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist.
Michael Jordan with
Jordan's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Outside, Aguirre. Back to Thomas. To the middle. Here's Bird. Rebound by Team USA.
Solid defense down low, defending the rim.
Paxson against Jordan. Over Paxson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jordan's got 26 points.
And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done in both ends.
Yeah, their defense has been stellar as well. Great work on both ends.
Williams, he's checked in for the NBA star. Reed comes in for Aguirre. And Team USA making a change here as well. Ewing's checked in. The Stars making a switch here. McHale's checked in. And Team USA making a change here as well. Turner's checked in. Thomas passes to McHale. Can they get it? A offensive rebound.
You know, I find this an interesting challenge that all of these players have to deal with. Playing with a coach they're not quite familiar with. That can be more challenging than it seems when you haven't had a lot of practice time to build up a relationship there.
And so it's McHale with it. He'll bring it up for the Stars. Oh, and the jam by Bird.
Boy, good enthusiasm from Bird in transition there. He wasn't going to let that fast break opportunity go to waste. Cashing in nicely.
Jordan against McHale with the fadeaway. Bird pulls it in. Mike, you can speak about this, but I've always thought it's an interesting dynamic when players have a new or temporary coach in control.
It's really all about respect. As a player, you have to respect what the coach is trying to do. And as a coach, you have to respect that the players aren't fully accustomed to your style and be patient with them.
Sounds like communication key. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Shot's good.
About as competitive a guy as I've seen, Jordan. Finishing through the whistle.
So for the Stars, Woodson's checked in for Bird, and it's Seasting in for Thomas. And Team USA making a change here as well. Concax checked in for Turner. Reed misses. Jordan outside. Over Reed. Up top, Jordan. Taken away by Williams. And stolen by Jordan. To the paint, Ewing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
The assist from Michael
8
Jordan.
points for Patrick Ewing.
Boy, down low, Ewing's strength gives him the upper hand. He's pretty agile as well, helping him push through the contact.
Jordan kicks to Ewing. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Terrific focus to get to the basket there.
Surprised they left him that much of a lane to work with.
McHale passes to Seasting, looking to end the run. Second chance shot. Williams trying to break free, and that one's good. McHale.
Relentless on the boards. McHale will outwork any opponent. You have to try to match his level of energy.
Ewing trying to get open, and Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 31.
Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
Jordan finds the opening and attacks the hoop. Big dunk for Team USA.
Firing on all cylinders right now. Jordan is showing no mercy and getting any shot he wants.
Shot from 12. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, every player wants to win a game they're playing in. But in this matchup, there's some extra pride and motivation on the line. These NBA stars want to put the next generation in check. And Team USA wants to show us they're ready for the league.
Pass to Woodson. To the wing on the left. Here's Seasting. Another shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Tough guy to get a board over. McHale at 6'10", using all of the length there.
And some changes here for the Stars. Whitman comes in for Reed. And Buckner subbed in for Seasting. Team USA also making some changes. Turner's checked in for Ewing. Person comes in for Mullen. And it's Reynolds in for Alford. That pride on the line certainly has added some extra, Mike, intensity to this game.
You can just see it in the eyes of the players, especially here late in the game. This game might not count for the record book, but these teams are hungry to prove that they can get the better of each other.
This has really been fun.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Well, most of this game behind us now, and all you can say about Michael Jordan's performance, Mike Fratello, is wow. I mean, what a show he has put on against these NBA stars.
He certainly does look league ready, doesn't he?
Oof.
You can just see why fans are so excited about Jordan's potential as part of an NBA team.
I mean, he's got everything. A lot of this game already in the books, and offensively, Coach, Michael Jordan has been putting on a show, finding shot after shot after shot.
And taking a big scoring lead over Larry Bird. I really think this NBA Stars unit was just unprepared for Jordan. Maybe they thought an amateur would be easy to guard.
Well, maybe they did. I don't know. It has been interesting. Go ahead. And that one's good.
McHale's got a smooth stroke, too. Can't just leave him open for mid-range like that.
Pass to Jordan. Pass to Person. Back to Jordan. To the inside. Here's Person. Lays it up and banks it in.
2 points for
Person's got his first bucket of the night.
What catches my eye as this game wears on is the consistency of Team USA. Young guys often start to lose focus down the stretch, but not Team USA.
Pass break. It's the NBA Star.
Love watching great defense lead to offensive opportunity.
Turnovers can change the course of a game when they turn into points.
Jordan, right side. Here's Woodson. Here's Buckner. The putback. Perkins pulls it in. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Team USA. Yep, that one goes. Jordan's got 37. The concentration from Team USA could be an indication, Clark, of good coaching.
That's part of it, but it also can indicate player IQ. I mean, these aren't just college players. I mean, they're the very best of the college guys. They know what it takes to win games, and focus is a big part of that.
You said it.
He's been very consistent, but off of fewer attempts. His team needs a higher volume from him right now.
Here's Jordan. And McHale pulls it down. McHale's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Down low. Williams gets the bucket.
You can tell he scanned the whole floor and found the exact right guy to feed.
Here's Turner. That shot no good. McHale with some nice D. The pass to Woodson. Here's Buckner. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Sam Perkins at the line for 2.
And that one falls to Williams. Bird, he's checked in for Kevin McHale. Tisdale, he's checked in for Team USA. Grant comes in for Person.
You can tell he's disappointed in himself for missing a shot, but anything to chip away at this lead is progress.
Going way upstairs for the one-handed jam. Major athleticism on display.
And Clark, graceful too. So graceful. He almost makes it look easy.
Sure does.
Really, that dunk is a testament to his skill around the rim.
A wide open look for Bird. It's hauled in by Team USA. There's 1:26 left to play in the second half. And here is Grant. Rebound by Williams. And the Stars have possession. Here's Woodson, and stolen by Jordan. Here's Reynolds. Tisdale passes to Reynolds. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
Just a touch more aggression on the defensive glass, and that could have been prevented.
Yeah, they've got to get physical if they want to prevent those second-chance looks.
Here's Whitman. Off target at the rim. I know, Mike, you love how guys are making plays for one another, and we've seen it all game long.
Yeah, a real balanced attack. Total team effort.
Here's Perkins. And no good that time. Here's Buckner, covered by Perkins. Williams' shot is off. Here's Team USA. Here's Tisdale. Over Bird. Here's Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
taking
The
2
blend
shots.
of athleticism and scoring
Substitution
prowess
on the
Jordan
court.
possesses is insane. He's capable of destroying teams all by himself.
And so it's Team USA who is able to capture a win over the NBA Stars in this exhibition contest. Mike, what a game we just saw.
You have to respect what Team USA was able to accomplish here, going up against top-tier competition and managing to come away with the win.
And the NBA Stars taking a loss in Clark that luckily doesn't go on any of their records.
Yeah, I doubt that makes it sting any less, though, Kevin. Getting shown up and beaten by young guys is going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. But like we said, a terrific performance by Team USA. You got to give them...
Michael was extremely competitive in everything he did. In Michael's second year, the Bulls were not any good, and we were the Boston Celtics, and we were on our way as one of the greatest teams ever to play basketball at any level, at any time. In game one, we kill them. Larry, Kevin, Chief, Danny, DJ, they have great games. And at the end of the game, we look at the box score, and this guy named Michael Jordan, he's got 49 points.
Downtown, looming over historic Faneuil Hall. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Boston, home of Game 2 of the Chicago Bulls-Boston Celtics matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Clark Kellogg and Coach Mike Fratello. And Mike, Chicago hoping to even the series up here tonight.
And it won't be easy, not against this Celtics team. The Celtics are the favorites to come out of the East, and they've shown why that's the case with a convincing Game 1 win.
Very convincing. And the bright spot, Clark, from Game 1 for the Chicago Bulls, the production they got from the terrific Michael Jordan.
How about his performance? Didn't look like he had been bothered at all by that foot injury. 49 points, and he showed he's extremely ready for the big stage of the playoffs. But you know what? He's going to have to even be better for them to get the win tonight.
That's a good thought. And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. Running the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics' vaunted front court, Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in Game 1, they need to make a statement tonight.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Here's Johnson, and there's the pass to Ainge. Pass to Bird. Clock at 4. Over Gervin. Chicago grabs the miss. And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right. Jordan, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
Michael Jordan at the line for 2.
And he makes both free throws. And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent, actually too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, McHale, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all 3 will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And here's Bird from the arc. It's hauled in by Oakley. And here are the Bulls now. Right side, Jordan. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
What concentration from Jordan. Not allowing the defense to affect his shot, even with contact.
And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Mark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
And that's going to be the thing to watch. Left side, Gervin. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. The rebound by the Celtics. And the foul on George Gervin.
George Gervin.
That is his first foul of the game.
Foul. First team foul.
And so it's McHale with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Bird. Back to Johnson. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's McHale. And the big question and Mike problem for the Celtics. How do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in game one. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Boston. Passes it to Ainge. Jordan against Bird. Back to Ainge. High post Johnson. The Celtics working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. McHale kicks to Ainge. The 3 from Johnson. The shot will not fall. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
It's on Larry Bird.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And so Jordan nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is a skill, and this guy absolutely has it. And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record. But they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Danny Ainge on the wing, defended by Macy. The shot by Ainge, no good.
Got the look he wanted. Sometimes it just doesn't go down.
Here's Jordan. Oakley passes to Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
Love when MJ finishes with strength, leaving no room for error with the slam.
Celtics trail by 4. Coaching tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. Now with the inside on the Celtics game plan, let's send it over to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, this young Michael Jordan has a lot of tools in his bag. The first thing the Celtics want to do is stop straight line drives. Guys have to rotate over and give him angles off of the basket. But Jordan is so good with his quick first move and then going vertical, it allows him to convert right over the top of defenses. Guys?
David, thank you. In game 1, the Celtics tried 5 different defenders on Michael Jordan. And Mike, ultimately, he got a little fatigued, but not before he put up 49.
One of the assistant coaches with Chicago said about Jordan, he's got the jump shot ability of a Jerry West and the ability to go to the hoop of a Julius Erving. Pretty good people to be compared with.
Phenomenal comparison. I love that. Boston making some changes. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Redmond comes in for Bird. And it's Easting in for Dennis Johnson. Here's McHale. Will it go? And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Bulls leading by 6.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game 1. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And, you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
What I like about Ainge, he looks like a fireball, but he's a fighter.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw good from Ainge.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Jordan out of the gates fast. Doesn't look shaky at all.
Not satisfied with this lead. That's obvious because they are trying to blow this thing wide open.
Yeah, they really locked in here and are valuing each possession.
Redmond the pass to Walton. McHale inside, working on Green. Here's Easting. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Oakley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jordan. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Tell you what, the Bulls have really done a terrific job not giving the Celtics crowd a reason to get into it at all.
Seasting passes to McHale. Here is Seasting. Over Paxson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Knocked away. Here's Jordan. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Saw that time on the clock and let that shot fly perfect.
And that is how you end the quarter. Gets it to go, and they are elated at the break.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. What an amazing... Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round 1 matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. The Bulls leading by 13.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. They've got Jordan. Green is out there with Corzine. That's John Paxson. And it's Banks at the 3 spot.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
The pass to Bird. Here's Parrish. Corzine defending. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got his first points of the night. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right. Bird kicks to Ainge. Johnson outside. Bird against Jordan. Back to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Banks. Johnson can't get it to go. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And it's good for 2.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
Bird outside. Now, here is Ainge. They double-team Bird over Paxson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
So much focus from Bird. A chance for a 3-point play now.
The Bulls making a switch here. Gervin's checked in. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of the home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
I like that they're putting in the work, trying to build this lead out.
Because in the NBA, no lead is safe.
Gervin with the steal. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Jordan. 13 feet away. That shot, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. And Mike looking at the 2 stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
McHale trying to free himself. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, we've seen him make this shot often with no defensive coverage. He's got to be kicking himself he didn't make that one. This is why he's a focal point of their offense, because they trust in his ability to shoulder them when needed.
And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his fourth game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
That's a solid observation. Some changes for Chicago. Oakley comes in for Green. Kyle Macy subbed in for Paxson. Like the Celtics still looking for an answer to Michael Jordan.
And you might see more. Double teams and triple teams at the rate he's scoring. He's on his way to another monster game scoring tonight. As a defense, you can't allow him to get good looks out on the perimeter. Bird's jumper is pure, and he can get hot in a hurry.
And a wide open look for Gervin. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. They get a hand on it. McHale dishes to Ainge. Bird, the pass to Ainge. Back to Bird. McHale trying to free himself. Kept alive. Here's Parrish. Off target with the jump hook.
Couldn't convert the bunny. That one was right there for him.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Jordan against McHale. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And as we expected, Mike Fratello, the Celtics front court has been a problem for Chicago.
And this is something the Bulls won't ever have an answer to. I mean, the whole Eastern Conference didn't have an answer for Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
Future Hall of Famers in some people's eyes. Oakley kicks to Jordan. Gervin outside. And the rebound goes to McHale. McHale's got his 4th rebound in this one. And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing in San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. It's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, D.A. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well said. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise.
And right now, MJ has it going on. His teammates should just continue to get him the rock.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Boston has possession. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got 36.
Clever pass by Macy. He spots a guy ready to score and makes sure he gets the ball.
Here is Seasting, guarded by Jordan to stop the run. And Jordan sends it back. And he gets it back. Again, the miss by the Celtics. It could go. No good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Bulls opening up a huge gap. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. It's called the City of Champions. The third quarter set to get underway here at the Garden. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now, let's go to D.A.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot, and Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants, and he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. He's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
We've got Parrish. Ainge is out there with Johnson. Then there's Kevin McHale. And it's Bird in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Just 2 to shoot. Gervin. And it's Gervin finishing it off.
When you face Jordan, you put so much focus on MJ that it creates openings for other guys.
And the Celtics core club won in 1984 and returned to the finals again last season.
And I think for this Celtics team, anything short of a title, Kevin, is a bust. I mean, they know they're the team to beat, and they carry themselves that way. One of the most talented teams we've probably ever seen in the league.
I agree. Pass to Ainge. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
To go along with his length, Parrish is an efficient scorer with a variety of moves.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season.
Jordan dishes to Gervin. Jordan against Johnson. Outside, Jordan. Gervin passes to Jordan. Over Johnson. No good from Jordan. Like a lot of impact players coming in that 1984 draft class in the NBA.
And the talent is at all positions. Great guards, forwards, and of course, Hakeem as a center. Could go down as one of the best draft classes in a long, long time.
You are so right. Here's Jordan. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
A testament to his superior strength. I like watching Jordan muscle through contact and finish.
Green, he's checked in for Chicago. Paxson comes in for Macy. A difficult situation for Boston. Johnson outside. Jordan with the steal.
Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic I know impresses you so much. And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
Inside. Shots good by Oakley. Oakley's got his first basket of the night. Almost 30 points per game for Michael Jordan. Mike, in the final 5 games of the season, an unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach, but I know you appreciate that game so much. Like the way this game is gone, the Celtics cannot slow down Michael Jordan.
Well, they've tried some different looks in the first half, but nothing seems to be the answer for Jordan.
You're right.
Using his tremendous strength and body control, Jordan shrugs off the contact and gets the shot to fall.
Nice shot by Bird.
A shooter of his caliber can never be left that wide open.
Here's Jordan, and Jordan throws it down.
And he continues to put in work in the paint.
so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Celtics. Now a timeout called by Boston.
The interior defense has been very subpar, and I bet their coach is letting them know about it.
Allowing far too many points in the painted area. They need to put forth more of an effort defensively.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Redmond comes in for Ainge. And it's Seasting in for Johnson. Here's Seasting. And a miss there off the inbound. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure. Here is Seasting, guarded by Paxson. Shot clock at 6. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Banks checked in for Chicago.
Now into the lineup for the Bulls, Gene Banks.
There's 1:40 left to play in the third. Offensive rebound, McHale. He gets it in there. McHale's got his third bucket of the night.
Relentless on the board. McHale will outwork any opponent. You have to try to match his level of energy.
Jordan had 49 in game 1 and creeping up on that here.
Ready, willing, and able to carry the load offensively.
Passes to Bird. No one near him. And another basket for Boston.
Boy, the quick release, Bird gets that shot off in an instant. He was ready and waiting to strike.
Jordan drives in. Michael Jordan has tied his total from game 1. 49 points for him now. Wow. And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Mike, Bird can't even keep up with him.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is. He is putting on an absolute show in this game.
I bet Bird is impressed too. Jordan way outside. Offline with his 3. Celtics on offense. On the wing, Bird. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. That's 23 points for Larry Bird.
Larry attacks you in so many ways, showing his natural scoring ability here, filling up the scorecard.
Here's Jordan. The total for Jordan keeps on climbing. He's now past 49.
Even with the score where it is, he just keeps coming.
Dave Corzine, he's checked in for Green.
David Corzine.
Smooth sailing for Chicago. To the middle, Walton with the steal. Here is Seasting. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Webb. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And that was a foul. No question about it.
He deserved to go to the line after that hit.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Left in the third quarter. Here's Jordan. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Chicago. Ahead by 26 points.
The Chicago team. 65.
Final quarter of play starting in this game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston. And so it's Boston with it.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in game 1.
So for Chicago right now, AC is out there with Jordan. Then there's Washington. Then it's Corzine. And it's Banks in at the 3, the small forward. So it's the Celtics now. And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season, Clark. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some games towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
Now the pass to Bird. And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Bulls. And they'll get another chance. The three. Rebound, Boston.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Here's Jordan, and then slammed in by Jordan.
High-level move right there now. Won't see many guys make that play.
Yeah, crashing in off the baseline, Clark, and then completing the reverse flush.
Made it look easier than it is.
As special as they come, guys. What a dunk.
Pass to Kite. Out left to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the top of the key. They get it again. Walton. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Walton's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Jordan. Count it. Good. Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet. Always doing the little things.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers. A great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Stars.
Terrific fit. Here is Seasting, defended by Macy. The shot by Seasting, no good. Here's Jordan. One more bucket, and Jordan will tie the playoff record. He's got 59.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside.
Bird. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul, first team foul.
That one is off. Vincent's checked in for the Celtics. And the Bulls making a change also. Green's checked in. And the second free throw, good.
Speaking with Bird's opponents, they'll tell you he talks trash the whole time. And, of course, he backs it up with his play.
And, Mike, that score puts Michael Jordan even with Elgin Baylor. The great Elgin Baylor. Most points, Mike, ever in a playoff game.
And to think this is just Jordan's second year in the league. Sky's the limit for him.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Here's Jordan. Redmond pulls it in. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Celtics making a change here. Parrish is checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Vincent. They double him with Jordan. Pass to Kite. And here is Parrish. Over Green. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, the size of Parrish is hard to go up against, especially when he's trying to score. That guy is north of 7 feet tall.
Robert Parrish, 2 shots.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Stolen by Parrish. Here's Wedman. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's the kind of look you're working towards. Nice play.
Jordan on the wing. Fades back. The Bulls with another miss.
The defense willing to concede the mid-range. As the lesser of evils, it paid off there.
Seasting.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jordan. And with 63 points, Michael Jordan is the record holder for most points in a playoff game. What a night. What a special opportunity, Clark, to watch this young player go at it.
Absolutely remarkable. Unbelievable, Kevin. Jordan has announced his arrival to the NBA. A bona fide star with a lot of runway still in front of him.
A long runway. Here's Vincent. The dish to Parrish. 4 on the clock. Here's Sheasting. Good D by Jordan.
Just unable to get into any kind of rhythm this quarter.
And that's the way it goes sometimes. But his team is doing what they can to try and get him going.
This is it to Holton. Over to the wing. Holton passes to Macy. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boston ball. Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Gene Banks. John Paxson.
Here's Vincent. And the layup falls.
And basket by Dan Vincent.
We got 22 seconds left in the game. Holton. And amazingly, the Bulls, Mike, have come into Boston and gotten a win. Great performance from them.
And with the series tied at 1-1 in the next 2 games in Chicago, the Bulls now have a real look at pulling off a miracle.
Well, Clark, the Celtic fans have to be feeling a little bit nervous after losing this game at home.
No doubt about it, especially when they have to deal with Michael Jordan in Chicago the next week.
It's 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm on a
City going up, so you better buzz. When it's here, really wanna everybody tough, they gotta go and see the better hush. Never going up, all I wanted was to be wanted me to get a little bread. Still outside, I don't hide from it for life. Had to fight for my life, took them hits in stride. If I for the guys, and my candlelight going up like the club. After that, go slide. Are you with that? I won't get back. I'm gon' hop out. Are you with that? I want big racks. I'm gon' flock. I'm gon' stack. Are you with that? Won't forget that. I saw in my past. Are you with that? Like I'm with that? Yeah. Whenever I miss those days, visit my LA, under the ground, running around, losing kids that play. All in the street, following leads, who lost their way. Some of them outside still, some of them, yeah. I'm a real beach boy, come on my way. Let me with the either or, feel these boys and feel my pain. Blue strips only, you switched on me. Mama told me, brought you snacks, keep my you know you can't never be too safe. Are you with that? I won't get back. I'm gon' hop out. Are you with that? I want big racks. I'm gon' flock. I'm gon' stack. Are you with that? Won't forget that. That's all in my past. Are you with that? Like I'm with that? Yeah.
made 7 million, didn't have to do a single show. Should I told my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night, I was texting Jack Dorsey. That's the perks you get from being super dope. This is real life, ain't no act in it. All these rap, they be bragging. Every little thing I do is mad different. Got my little cousin playing badminton. Get my little bro a quick 50 piece. He got the whole hitting. I've been stacking up all these assets. Can be conducting any badminton. Like, whoa, hey, I keep that drip on me. I'm big on me. Hey, I can't ever flip on me. My mama might flip on me. Like, whoa, hey, drop my coupe in the summer. I rest my case like, whoa, hey, I'ma live life to the fullest with every single breath I take. Like, let me tell you something real quick. Hey, every time that you touch my wrist, I'm the greatest. Can't do this much. Pull up in them Chevys and Beamers. We all young and rich. You can't check my demeanor. I just bought a Birkin for my Aunt Regina. I've been getting money since I was a senior. But last year I made 7 million. Didn't have to do a single show. Should I told my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey. That's the perks you get from being super dope. I be feeling like it's me against the world, but I can give up who my opponent is. Asking why I dropped the vibe again. I had no other choices. We ain't on it. You know that janky, but I'm not condoning it. With a couple, I got a phone to pick. I'm on some movement, y'all on some moment. Y'all be here forever, y'all can go. But we had bad, then a new Bentley. Just read up from that new stimmy. My brother counting them blue Benjis. Only feel good with my crew with me. Like, whoa, they tryna question my character. Yo, Richard Black. We some road, you don't fit the criteria. Don't like nobody, not a lot of my area. I entered this game and I came here to change it. Speak my belief, now they calling me David. Taking the throne and I'm gonna maintain it. I gotta go down and just one of the friends. So anybody got a problem with for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl. On my life moments is a Super Bowl.
MP, it's great to finally meet you.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Hey, I read the article about you in the pen down. You're one data-obsessed cat, man.
Well, you can never have too much data. I'm glad you came. Look, this Shep thing, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. We're gonna need to put in some work to make sure it doesn't have a negative impact on the start of your career.
Okay, yeah, so just like work hard, play well, make people forget Shep ever existed.
Yes and no. Let's say we put you in the starting lineup tomorrow and you stumble a little bit. Normally, no big deal. But 68% of our fans wanted Shep, and of that 68%, 95% have a highly unfavorable opinion of you.
Okay, so that's basically corporate speak for they hate my guts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which means it becomes a story. Papers in this town are out for blood. I'm sure you saw the top take segment.
Oh, I did.
Okay, look, there's no reason to think that you're not going to take off right out of the gate. But any hiccup in your play, and we've got a distraction on our hands. It's bad for your growth, bad for team chemistry, and it makes Phil Boyer look bad. He stuck his neck out for you on draft night.
Okay, so what's the solution?
Glad you asked. We focus on the fan base, and we develop a strategy to win their affection.
Okay, it sounds like my playing time is based on what? If I can make the fans like me or not?
I know, it's ridiculous, but everything's connected.
Okay.
If we don't deal with this in a holistic manner, it could affect the bottom line. When the bottom line's affected, governors aren't happy. When the governors aren't happy, nobody's happy.
I just want to be a pillar in the community. So if we can make that happen as part of that, I'm in. I don't want to do a bunch of PR fluff, though.
Same page, 100%.
Okay.
And I've already talked to your team about all of this. Impressive group of people, by the way. And they're going to take the lead on it, but my door is always open.
Freddie, I really appreciate your transparency, man.
I'm just doing my job. Just doing my job. Believe me, it's an honor to work with someone as talented as you, MP. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can accomplish together.
You're here nice and early. Love to see it.
Just doing my job, Coach.
Humble and hardworking. Both qualities like to see in a draft pick. But you already knew that. Let me show you the locker room.
Let's do it.
So obviously you've seen one of these before. Nothing too unusual. Your locker's over there.
The one with my name on it, right?
Quick study. We put the starter's name on the whiteboard over here before every game. Coach likes to keep things regular, but obviously injuries happen. People perform or they don't, so it'll change from time to time.
All right, well, hopefully it changes sooner rather than later.
You keep doing the right things, you'll be there sooner than you think.
Hey, that's the plan.
Hey, come on, let me show you my office. Come on in.
Cool.
Now, I know you're anxious to find out how you're going to fit into the rotation.
Coach, man, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hyped, man. You got no idea.
Like I said, we wanted to see how you performed under pressure, so we put a lot of weight in your performance in the Summer League Championship.
Yeah, you were very clear about that.
Communication is super important in this organization, so I am glad to hear you say that. And I'm also glad to let you know that you'll be our 6th man to start the season.
6th man? Okay, can't be mad at that.
I thought you'd be a little higher in the joy scale than can't be mad at that.
Joy scale? Coach, you're a life coach on the side? Getting a little pocket money there?
Yeah, I joke when I'm upset, too.
I'm not upset. It's just I haven't come off the bench since my freshman year of college. And before that, never, really.
I get that. But 6 men at this level is a big responsibility. People have long careers in that role, and you haven't even played a game yet.
I feel you, man. It's just I have high expectations for myself. And I'm not exactly at a 10 on the joy scale just yet.
I get it. 100%. Honestly, I'd be concerned if you didn't feel that way. You want to make it here, you gotta have a hunger to be the best.
I mean, if you're not competing to be the best here, what are we doing?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Exactly. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to get dressed, you know where your locker is, and once you're ready to head to the court, it's the tunnel across from the locker room. Any questions?
Nah, Coach, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it.
See you out there.
So first off, you've been listening to fan feedback all year long during the 22 cycle. What was the focus of the gameplay team heading into 2K23 in terms of those gameplay adjustments and improvements that you guys wanted to make?
One of the main things I'd probably say is just making the game more authentic. And so that's having, all of the facets of gameplay reflect what you see in real basketball. So I know it sounds really...
And now the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia 76ers. At small forward, Matisse Thybulle. It's time to meet the starting five for the...
And welcome everyone to before we get...
Thank you, BA.
Okay, Alec, thank you. Well, the fans were a bit brutal when MP was selected, Grant.
BA, fans sometimes can get pretty emotional on draft night, but they took it to a whole nother level when MP was selected.
Grant, everyone is excited for this season opening contest. That includes the fans, but even more so the players.
Well, there's nothing like a season opening contest. Yeah, both teams would love to kick things off with a big win, so expect to see them giving their all on the floor here tonight. I don't think there's any question the Sixers made the biggest trade of last season, sending a huge package to the Nets and getting James Harden in return.
And here's MP from outside. Rebound Boston. Smart with the ball to the middle. Here's Tatum. They get it back. Horford nails the baby hook. Horford's got 5.
Horford is a true pro in how he does everything. There's no quit in this guy. Extremely competitive and highly productive.
MP outside. To the inside. It's stolen by Tatum. They've got numbers. And here's Brown for 3. Buries it from 3. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
You know, the three-point shot, guys, is something that Brown continues to improve upon. It's important for him to be knocking down these looks to expand his offensive repertoire.
And Clark in that Philly-Brooklyn trade, there were 5 players and 2 first-round draft picks involved.
And B.A., they were big-time players Philly gave up. Simmons, Drummond, Seth Curry. When you're playing for a title and you can add James Harden, I think you got to take that chance.
Tucker's checked in for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. To the paint. Here's Williams. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Celtics lead by 6. Down low. That one's good from Melton. On the assist by Milton.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Milton against Brogdon. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Inside. It's stolen by Tatum. Now the Celtics on the move. The rebound by Melton. Philadelphia's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start on the wing. Milton. Melton outside. Back to MP. 4 on the clock. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Melton misses. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Brogdon. On the wing, Tatum. The 3 is up. The shot that time not on target. And for Philadelphia, they're shooting about 40% in the early stages of this game. Milton against Tatum. Tries it from the block. A nice